कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। All the world is a stage, and all the men and women mere players. We are used to listening to these lines from As You Like It, where we have one character called King Jakes, a maverick in his own sense, who says this. I am in no way trying to say that the West is dictating the East. I am just saying the phenomenon is quite widespread. Shastras, in fact, Sanatana Dharma, sees this world as a stage. It sees that the protagonist is the Lord himself. He is the one who directs the play, and he also is a part of the play. In fact, imagine we are seated in an auditorium, and in every act of the Lord is a scene that is shown in front of us. The screens are drawn, and then the screens are opened, and we see the play. Vedanta Deshika, the polymath of the 13th century, concurs with this thought and says this in a beautiful shloka. Devo na shubhamatanotu dashadha nirvartayal bhumika range dhamani labdha nirbhararasaihi adhyakshito bhavukaihi yadbhaveshu पृथग्विदेष्वनुगुणान् भावान् स्वयं बिभ्रति यद्धर्मैरिह धर्मिणी विहरते नानाकृतिर्नायिका. So many forms he takes. Of those forms which our Upabrahmanams have described in detail, the Lord chose to be Sri Rama. Pitaram rochayamasa tatha dasharatham nripam. I shall be the son of Dasharatha, he says. In this process, Rama had to fight the demons of Janasthana, and later he had to fight the demons in Lanka. This was very well the boon sought by Indra and the other Devas. That is when the Lord said, do not worry, I shall annihilate your fear, and I shall be born as Rama, and you shall all be assisting me as Vanaras. This was the condition that, or instruction which was given to the Devas. True to the Lord's words, Nala Nila were Vishwakarma and Agni. Vayu's Amsha is Hanuman. Similarly, Suryamsha is Sugriva and Indramsha is Vali. And all of them, in one way or the other, had to aid, help, assist Rama in this Janma as a human to annihilate the demoniac forces. In turn, you know what happened? Vali, who was Indramsha, had an understanding with Ravana. It is mentioned in Uttarakanda and the other Puranas how they came in contact with each other. Ravana was once told that if at all there is one person who can offer him a worthy combat, it would be Vali of Kishkindha. So Ravana goes to the place where Vali was. Vali was performing Sandhya Vandanam. While Vali was performing Sandhya Vandanam, Ravana offered him a war cry. He said, "Come and fight with me." Vali kept quiet. He said, "I am doing my Sandhya Vandanam." Knowing Ravana's nature, he kept insisting that Vali should come for a duel. It is then said, Vali took Ravana, the 10-headed person, who was a demon. To him, he was like an insect. He plucked Ravana from the ground, kept him in the armpit, jumped from the western sea to the eastern sea to the southern sea, and went back to Kishkindha. Then it is said Angada was a little boy. He was in the cradle. Vali wanted to entertain his dear son Angada with his 10-headed unique possession called Ravana. So he attached a string to Ravana, tied it at the top of the cradle so that it will swirl and the baby will be made happy. It is then when Ravana pleaded to Vali, stating that I came to you and offered a duel so that we could become best friends. Why are you treating me like an enemy? From now on, Vali, let us have a pact. Whatever you do, I will not question. Whatever I do, you shouldn't question. So this was the pact that both of them signed. Hence, in a way, Ravana had the one who had lost to Vali. So Vali in a way had won over Ravana. And who had won over Vali? Rama had won over Vali. So Vedanta Deshika says in his own fashion that while winning Vali, Rama had indirectly won over Ravana too. He says this, Vipula bhuja shaila mola nibida nipidita Ravana rana ranaka janaga chaturudadhi viharana chatura kapikula pati hridaya vishala shila taladharana daruna shiri mukha. So, this was the error committed by Vali wherein he signed a pact with Ravana. When Sita was being abducted, as a judicious king, fighting for the rights of his subjects or any other commoner, should have immediately stopped Ravana and said, do not abduct somebody else's wife. She is crying for help. Do not do this. And he should have fought with Ravana. Instead, what was his understanding? Whatever Ravana does, I will not question. So while a lady was crying for help, Vali became a witness to it. He did not even address her worry. So this was a huge fault on being a king, because a king has to question injustice. He cannot partake or be a part of the process of injustice. One, he had gone against the promise made as Indra to the Lord, stating that as a Vanara, he will assist the Lord while he was Rama. Second, he signed a pact with Ravana and did not heed to the cry of Sita. That is why the director called Rama took him quietly, secretly by standing behind a tree. That said, of course, Vali did put a volley of questions to Rama, stating what he had done was wrong. Rama gave his side of the explanation, and finally, Vali did accept that it was his mistake. We have reasons on both sides, but one thing that we must remember from the standpoint of Srimad Ramayana. Ramayanam time and again have been mentioning from the commentaries of our Purvacharyas that it is a Sharanagati Vedam. It is treated as a compendium of Sharanagati or Nyasa Yoga, which is an important Brahma Vidya. In Sharanagati, it is very important that the person to whom we perform Sharanagati should be many-fold times powerful than us. 1. The reason why we are performing Sharanagati should be genuine. 2. 3. The person who receives the Sharanagati should give asylum. Sharanagati dharma is you should provide asylum. Even if a person, I'm just giving you the rarest of the rare example, which is Shastra says, even if a person has beheaded his mother and his hands are drenched in the blood and later realizes what he has committed is a mistake and performs Sharanagati should be accepted. Ardra Paradha means the one who has committed a crime and the witness has still not gone. Even that person should be offered asylum. That is Sharanagati Dharma. When Sugriva pleaded at the feet of Vali, stating, I thought you were dead. That is why I came back to the kingdom. And these people said I have to become the king and I was just administering the kingdom. I have no regrets in giving back the kingdom to you. It is your kingdom. You should rule us. I am a part of that us. Vali should have accepted. Instead, he did not pay heed to what his brother said, nor did he accept the Sharanagati. If a person fails to provide asylum to a person who is seeking Sharanagati, that person needs to be killed, says Sharanagati Dharma. So, in whichever angle from Sharanagati Dharmam to being the duties of the king, to understanding the rules of a brother-in-law, to understanding the rules of a brother, in whichever way Vali miserably failed, and that is why Rama had to kill him. Now, while Vali was withering in pain, that is when Sugriva narrated the story of Vishwarupa. He talks about Indra planting Twashtra as the teacher, as a Purohita in the place of Brihaspati. So, he was extremely upset with Brihaspati, so Twashtra was planted. Now, Twashtra, being the Deva Guru, helped the Asuras. This was known to Indra and that is why Indra had to kill him. Now, by killing him, he obtained Brahmahatya dosha. Brahmahatya. So, this Brahmahatya papam will slowly eat away Indra. So, Indra had to ask and seek 4 people who will take up the curse. So, he sought 4 people. 1, Mother Earth. 2nd, water. 3rd, the trees. 4th, the generous women of this world. So, the 4 of them took a part of Indra's Brahmahatya papam and relieved him from that. Now, Sugriva, after narrating the story, tells, when Indra had Brahmahatya papam, there were 4 people who took that papams. But now I have committed the sin, Rama, by being in a way a cause for my brother's death. Who will accept my sin? While he started crying, Rama hugged, embraced Sugriva and said, see, when my dear friend cries, even I get emotional. Do not cry. I am always there with you. So, Rama strikes such a beautiful chord of pristine friendship with Sugriva. In most of the commentaries, Sugriva from here on will be referred to as Maharaja. You may be wondering, sir, there are so many Maharajas. But in the ancient commentaries, when the word Maharaja comes in the context of Ramayana, it refers to Sugriva. Now, upon understanding that his brother will be dead, upon understanding that he was the cause of the death, he was crying. On the other hand, Tara came running to the battlefield so that she can abuse, curse Rama. But did she curse? Let's see. That was actually a blessing. Next episode. Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a 2-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.